Giroux up with it, Ian back pass to Gagne, he scores! Tipped away, good block made there by Holtby, paddle stop, rebound, score! It's Gagne! Michael shoots it from the shot front, and it's a running there! Simone Gagne rams home the rebound, and the Flyers are winners in Long Lake over the Devils. Gets it away to Gagne. Gagne for Ronick. Lets it go. Primo draws it. Side of the net. Ronick shot. Oh, it's good! Simon Gagne! We've got a game 7! Gagne for Leno. Leno to Richards. Richards' a shot redirected. Gagne shot. He scores! Simon Gagne! Can you believe it?
Now, Andy Robb, Ken Prell, the Philly Hockey Guy.
Yeah! Yes, it's game day. This is exciting. We're going to call this one episode 7.5, I guess. Is that what we're calling it? Sure, why not? Our intro why not? Was tribute to Simone Gagne, who's hanging it up, calling it a career. That song sucks. I'm sorry. But
come on. Over the last couple of years, though, who was the hero for the Flyers? Simone Gagne.
That music was by Skillet, a band that's currently on tour with Crockpot and Saucepan. What a name for a band. It was like somebody was working in the kitchen at Denny's and he was looking around at objects and he's like, what should I name my band?
Skillet.
Oh, shit. I've got it. Guys, I got our band name.
Well, welcome to episode 7.5. We're really going to go with that?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a full episode. We got just, training camp was over the weekend, and, man, what a great way to get excited because hockey is back, and tonight there will be the first of the few split squad games tonight with the Flyers taking on the Islanders. Man, that feels nice to say.
Absolutely, and especially after this past weekend, now that football season's over.
We're not talking about that. Let's jump back to training camp, actually. Let's start with day one. Day one of training camp was apparently quite intense, with players skating very, very fast. Really impressive seeing the team working that much, and apparently they all seem to like it.
Everybody's on board. Now, again, we're just in the first couple days of training camp, but apparently the pace was just out of control, and that's, we kind of knew that's what Hackstall was going to bring to the team this year.
It's nice just to see everything unfold and to see everything all come into play and come together. And like you said, training camp just started, and there's still plenty of time for that to become more and more cohesive. That's why we really can't wait for these split squad games tonight. So we do have some comments from certain Philadelphia Flyers personnel.
Well, why don't we get started with the chairman?
Mr. Snyder.
Yes, Ed Snyder weighed in, and if he thinks this is actually a playoff team this year.
I have a lot of faith in Ron Hextall, who has a lot of faith in Hackstall, and quite frankly, I'm looking for big things. I think we're going to turn this team around. I think we're going to be a playoff team this year.
He almost tripped over that. He was like, "I've Hextall."
Well,
it is confusing.
You're only hearing the audio. The actual video of it, he kind of gives like a little smirk, like, "Hey, look at that! They both have the same name." It's like the first time he ever realized that they kind of both sound alike.
He sounds good. He sounds patient. He sounds reserved.
Again, we're in the beginning of training camp. Will he have the same attitude a couple months from now? But yeah, no, he does sound confident, and follow-up was asked why he does sound so confident.
Well, I think, a lot of things last year I wasn't happy with, and I think we're going to correct a lot of those things. I think really we got a pretty good team. That same team last year that did not make the playoffs made the playoffs the year before. So it's not like they're chopped liver or anything like that. We have a good team. We have some good stars on the team. With Giroux, Voracek, we have second-level guys that are getting older and more mature. Couturier, Simmons. I expect a lot from these players. And our defense is solid, I think, better than it's been in years, with the addition of our Russian player that we've added, and Gudas, who we added from Tampa Bay. I think I think we're going to have a really good team.
I got to agree with him. And you know what? Big credit to him still. Just, day in and day out, sticking with his team. Going back to like what we talked about all the way back in like episode 5 of the show about Mr. Snyder being an owner and how, any owner after winning 2 championships could just sell the team, count their money, and that be that. But, here we are 40 years later. He's still showing up in the morning and working hard.
He actually looked very cool, too.
He did.
He had the Flyers T-shirt rocking. He had the warm-up coat on. I mean, you would never guess that he's – how old is he? Almost
80,
90? Yeah.
80-something.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Panach. I got to get home to my 30-year-old wife.
So, he looked great. He's feeling confident about the team. I'm kind of shocked by the comment about the defense, that this is the best the defense has looked in a lot of years.
It's better than it has looked on paper.
I need to see it. I don't even know if on paper. I like that, we were having a tough time pronouncing the new
Medvedev.
defense. Yeah. He just calls him the Russian defenseman. So that's what we're going to do for the rest of the year.
I didn't notice that at first.
Yep.
He totally
does.
does.
We picked up that Russian defenseman.
That commie son of a bitch. Guy.
So I don't feel so bad about not knowing how to pronounce his name. If the chairman can't do it, then why should we be expected to?
Hey, I still want to get home to my 30-year-old wife. Whatever, the Russian guy. We got a Russian guy. Screw it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey.
But the key, I think, that he said, and we've been saying this since we probably started the show, has been the second-line scoring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be Couturier. It's got to be Simmons. If those guys step up, Braden Shen, another one, then yes, this is a playoff team, and I agree with them.
We're going to get to the lineups for tonight's preseason games in just a little bit. What else do we have in terms of comment from people in regards to training camp?
Well, after Ed Snyder came out and said that he believes this is a playoff team, quickly the beat writers went running over to Dave Hackstall and said, is there any extra added pressure? Do you really think this is a playoff team?
Well, we're here to do a job, and I'm not going to be one that stands here and talks a whole lot about our goals as a hockey team. We'll do that, in behind closed doors, but that's certainly one of our goals.
So not going out there on a limb and saying this is definitely a playoff team, but it's one of our goals. So he's not feeling the pressure. I mean, if I just found out that the owner and the chairman said, yeah, we're going to the playoffs, I think I might say, oh, yeah, absolutely. Even if I didn't believe it.
What's that guy who signs my checks? Yes, absolutely.
If he says we're a playoff team, absolutely.
Yes,
we're in
sure.
there.
Let's go.
But no, it doesn't sound like he's under any pressure whatsoever.
No, he seems, you're watching the video of him with the players on the ice the other day when they're just flying around him. The guy looks confident in his job.
Well, speaking of some of the players, Voracek, he weighed in on if this is a playoff team.
Like I said, I think because we are too good of a team to make the playoff 2 years in a row. That's the bottom line. So, that's it. Too many good players, too many, we're one of the best goalies in the NHL. There's no reason not to make the playoffs this year.
I could listen to him talk all day. Like, I could give Jake Voracek literally anything. I could give him,
just give him the phone book and let him read it?
Yeah, give him the owner's manual for a 1992 Ford Taurus. Have him turn to page 62 and be like, read this, Vop. And be like, well, this is the spark plug inside of it is very good with the seat belts inside of it. Transmission for the 42 for the Ford Taurus.
But I like the way he comes out and he's just like, you know what? There's no excuses. We have a lot of talent here. We have one of the best goalies in the league.
Yeah,
I like how he called out Mason on that one. That's great. It's what we've been saying all along, too.
Speaking of Mason and speaking of teammates, I think it's really awesome that Steve Mason, year in and year out, gets his own teammates on his goalie mask. And this year, no different.
He went alumni this year, too.
Yeah, you got Zombie Bernie Perrant and Zombie Ron Hextall and Dave Schultz and Clarkey.
Zombie Bernie Perrant I love because it's half of the goalie mask.
Yeah.
It's just very cool. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
And then the other side has Jake, Giroux, the Shen brothers, Simmons. I still really miss seeing Zombie Hartnell. The first year that he did the zombie thing, Zombie Hartnell was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So Jake is all fired up. There's no excuses.
Yep.
And I love to hear that out of, one of your star players and the guy who just signed a huge contract.
Absolutely.
Jake also talked a little bit about what he thinks about Raffle being on the top line, because that's where it kind of looks like he's falling, at least to start off in these first couple preseason games.
Speed, physicality, he wins, I would say, 80% of the battles that he has, which is I think it's a great number. So for us, for me and G, it's really important because, when Raf goes to the battle, we know we're going to end up with the puck. So it's really important. And, I think we did a good job last year. And, like I said, we are older this year. So just hopefully we're going to put up more goals and, help the team to win the more games.
Guy's going to be a key player, and it's still going back to what we said within the first 2 episodes of the show. Speaking of which, if you missed them, subscribe on iTunes. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud. You can catch up on all of that. Ken here said that Raffle to the offense's breakout is going to be, quote, the key for the upcoming 2015 season. Do you still feel that way? Do you still share that sentiment?
Yeah, I think he's a great fit on that top line, and I think you hear the confidence in Voracek in him. So, I'm really excited to see how this new system plays out, and I really think Raffle is going to take that big next step this season.
He's going to take the puck and try to put it in the net. It's very important.
Well, let's hear what Raffle has to say on these expectations.
Well, I played quite a lot with G and Jake last year, so I know what to do, what works. I just don't have to do so much with the puck, just go there, do a little bit of dirty work, get loose pucks, give it in their hands, let them make plays, and create some space out there for those two guys.
All right.
So he knows his job right there.
Absolutely.
Go out there, do the dirty work, get the puck to your 2 superstars, and they'll put it in the net for you. He's going to pile up a bunch of assists this year. I'm really excited.
Let's talk about this game tonight. 2 games, one in Allentown at the PPL Center, home of the Phantoms, and the other one tonight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Yes, the lines for tonight, of course, the one that's going to be televised is the one that everybody's going to want to pay the most attention to. Hackstall will be behind the bench for that, and tonight, yes, Claude Giroux will be there. LeCavalier will be there. MVP Jay Rosehill will be playing tonight for the Flyers on the 4th line. And I cannot contain my excitement. And you know what's even better? Provorov and Konecny are both playing tonight at PPL in Allentown.
So, and I'm sure they're going to get a lot of ice time. Hackstall has said that the young guys this is where they can shine in these first couple games.
Also, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare will be playing. Voracek will also be playing in that game tonight. Looking forward to seeing old Pebbles again. It's been a while. I really like Bellemare.
Is it wrong that I kind of want to watch the other game instead? The one up in Brooklyn? Because the top line up there is the Couturier, Reed, and Simmons line, which I'm very excited about because I want to see what this line looks like because I think besides Raffle, Couturier is the other key for me this year going forward, and I want to see how he does on a second line.
Real quick, I actually just got some breaking news.
Breaking news?
On the phone. Yes, it turns out the Philadelphia Flyers announced today that they have signed 6'5", 196-pound defenseman Philippe Myers to an entry-level contract, according to Ron Hextall. He spent 2 seasons with the Rouyn-Noranda Huskies of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and he appeared in just 2 games so far this season with the Huskies. So there you go. Probably another depth signing for the Phantoms, but that just came out a few minutes ago. Saw it on our friends orangeandblackpack.com.
Another big guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
6'5".
6'5", yeah. So finally, we got some games tonight. I'm just very excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what this team looks like. I know you can't read too much into it, but it's just going to be great to see hockey.
What else? Should we just wrap it up now?
Yeah, let's wrap it up because, hopefully we'll be able to jump back in the studio tomorrow to talk a little bit about this game and then preview tomorrow night's game against the Rangers.
Sounds good to me. Well, we're out of here then. So enjoy this short little wrap-up. We will definitely have more soon. Don't forget, interact with us on Reddit, Flyers. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter.
At Philly Hockey Guy.
And, of course, share for share. Tell a friend about us. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes.
And, yeah, if you are checking us out on iTunes, if you have a little time, give us a rating.
Yeah.
That helps boost our visibility.
You can write a little review on us, too.
Yeah, and everybody who's done that so far, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you so much. So we'll be back soon. I am so ready for tonight. Are you?
Let's go Flyers!
Oh, my God. I'm so ready. Like now, dude. Let's go.
For Andy Robb, I'm Ken Prell. We are the Philly Hockey Guys. See ya!
Yeah!
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like the Philly Hockey Guys podcast page on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Philly Hockey Guy and subscribe on iTunes, TuneIn, and SoundCloud.